Hello, I'm coming to you for the first time from my new MacBook Air, which is very exciting. Um, it came yesterday, and when I finally got home yesterday I had a counseling appointment and a doctor's appointment, and then a bunch of errands to run, and when I finally got home and it was here and everything, it was very exciting, and so Eric was busy packing, and I wasn't helping at all, and I spent the whole evening playing around with it, and it's been very, very exciting and a lot of fun to be getting to know it and playing around with it and everything. So it's very exciting. So anyway, so that's really cool. And hopefully it will mean that making videos and just doing regular stuff on the computer becomes much, much easier because it was becoming, ooh, there's so much more light. Like, I'm not used to having a screen that actually, when you turn up the brightness, it makes a difference with how my face looks. It's just amazing. Yeah, hopefully it'll make it so that just doing regular computer stuff is easier. Because my other computer, my netbook, was just such a pain to do much of anything on. So anyway, so it's just very exciting to have such a nice computer. So that's really cool. We are deep in packing mode. I am surrounded right now by boxes. I'll show you some of them. So, piles of boxes on that side, and we have piles of boxes on that side. And when I finish this, I have to go get to work packing up stuff in the kitchen, which is kind of my focus for this morning, for the few hours that I have to work on stuff before I have to go out for a meeting. So yeah, so that's what a lot of our free time is being spent doing. We have, let's see, today is Wednesday, so we have today, we have tomorrow, we have Friday, and then Saturday is the big move day. So we have a U-Haul truck, we have 2 guys hired to help, which I guess are somehow through U-Haul, sort of. I don't know. Eric found them through the U-Haul site, I guess. And then I think Eric's brothers are also helping, and so yeah, so Saturday is the big move day. So it's very exciting. We're still going to end up sleeping here on Saturday night because we have to bring the truck back, and then also I have to go to church on Sunday, and it's just going to be easier for me to go from here than to go from our new apartment because it's like twice as far to drive from there as from here. So, so that's all of that stuff. But we're very excited to be moving forward. The home inspection happened on Monday, and that went really well. They found some things, nothing horrible, but like because of the few things they found, they're lowering their offer by $500, which is perfectly fine. Like, that's better than them asking us to fix these things. So, like, really, that's a fine way to deal with it. And $500 is not bad. And when it works out the way that it works out with like the 5% commission that we'd be paying to the realtors, it's actually only $475. So like, when I pointed that out to Eric, I mean, he wasn't that upset about it. We still would have accepted the offer if it had been $500 less. So, I mean, it's not terrible. So that's all good. So tonight, the purchase and sale gets signed. Our realtor brings it over here, and Eric will sign that, and then, things are happening. So, yeah, so that's all good. I also wanted to update, I saw my doctor yesterday, and we are changing my treatment around. I'm not used to a screen that goes that like fades so soon. Um, so we're changing my treatment around a little bit. I'm staying on the IV Doxy, which is yay, like the one that makes me sensitive to the sun, which like yesterday, if they feel much better today, but yesterday it felt like my hands were kind of sunburned and my nose too, like not hurt, not that they hurt, but like it's a weird feeling, the type of sunburn with the Doxy. Like it ends up feeling tingly, and especially when there's like cold air, like the air conditioner, when that cold air goes on it, it feels really tingly. Like it's just a weird feeling. So my hands were really feeling like that. My nose was feeling like that. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm staying on the Doxy, and I'm stopping the IV Zithromax, and we're switching over to IV clindamycin. But I'm only going to be on that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's twice a day. So I have to send that prescription off to my infusion company. And so we're changing that. We're keeping the other stuff the same. So basically we're trying to hit the Babesia more. To see if we can get the air hunger more under control and stuff like that. And we're also like, we're trying to figure out how to hit the Bartonella more. I can't really take quinolone antibiotics like Levaquin and Cipro, because every time I've been on them in the past, after anywhere between 3 and 6 weeks, I've had to stop them because of tendon pain. So it's really not a great idea for me to be on them again. So we're trying to figure out other options. I've also been on rifabutin a lot. And so we're considering trying IV rifampin. But we're not doing that right now. So we're just we're doing this right now for the next 2 months. So I go back and see my doctor in June. I also am waiting to hear back to get an appointment to see a neurologist that my doctor shares a lot of patients with, that my doctor has wanted me to see for a little while. And I was really dragging my feet about it, because like the thought of having to go see a new doctor is just so, it's really hard to get myself to do that. It's been so nice just having one doctor. After years of having multiple doctors, it's so nice to just have one. And so like to get myself to now have more than one doctor, it's hard. So finally yesterday morning, because I knew I was going to see my doctor, I called the neurologist's office, and they took the new patient intake information, and the someone else in the office has to call me back to schedule the appointment and get more information and all of that. So, but they work a ton with Lyme patients, and they know a lot about Lyme. So, like, I'm not really concerned necessarily about that doctor in the same way that I would be about other doctors. It's just kind of, scheduling an appointment and all of that. And I'm not likely to be able to get in to see that doctor until the end of July or the beginning of August. Although both my doctor and my counselor, who also sees this neurologist and has patients who see this neurologist, have both talked to the neurologist about me. And so like they both, when I saw them yesterday, they both stressed that I need to make sure that when I am scheduling my appointment, that I let them know that they both have talked to the office about me, so that they can, so that has some weight to it, and they can try to get me in as soon as possible. So there's that. And then I also probably need to go see a GI doctor. It probably makes sense for me to go back to my previous GI doctor, although I'm not sure entirely whether or not I could, because he's technically a pediatric GI doctor. And I stopped seeing him when he moved from one hospital to another, and he's now at a children's hospital. Like, he used to be at a hospital that just had a children's section to it, and now he's at a children's hospital. So, yeah, but it probably makes more sense for me to go back to him rather than start fresh with a new GI doctor. And I basically need to go back to him to have a GI doctor to back up the fact that I need the Nexium and the Zofran to my insurance company, because we're expecting that to be really, really difficult to get approved. So, yeah. So that's most of the appointment. My doctor also tried to, towards the end of the appointment, she tried to take my pulse ox. She has a wireless pulse ox thing, and so she she cleaned it off and she put it on my finger, and it took, like, it's not as fast as ones that they have in the hospital and stuff, so it took, 15-20 seconds, and then it had a reading, and it said my oxygen saturation was 85% and my pulse was like 41, and I'm like, that's not good. That can't be right. She looked at it, she's like, yeah, you wouldn't be with us if that was actually correct. And so she cleaned it off, and she did it again, and this time it said my oxygen was like 79%, and my pulse had come up a little bit, but was still like really, really low. And so she's like, what's going on? And she tried it on herself, and her pulse was at least somewhat normal, but her oxygen was still really low. She's like, we're gonna say that the battery is dying or something, like that it's just not working. So like, she just really wanted to get my oxygen level because of the air hunger that I'm having and stuff. But that didn't happen. So anyway, it was a good appointment. I was with her for like an hour. It was kind of crazy. And when I first got to the office, I got to show my wedding pictures, or a lot of my wedding pictures, to the receptionist, which was really cool. When she called to confirm my appointment, and she left a message on my phone, she said, oh, how's our favorite newlywed? And, she's like, make sure you bring lots of pictures. And so that was cool. So, yeah. And the pictures are up online in the gallery through the photographer. So, if anyone is interested in having the information to get in to see the pictures, I know She Who Feels was interested in that, and I sent the information to her, but I didn't remember whether anyone else had said that they wanted that information. So if you would like that, you can send me a message or leave a comment or whatever, and I will send you a private message with that information. I just don't want it to be public. So yeah, so just let me know. And yeah, so that's my kind of long-winded update of life and everything. I don't know if I will have a chance to update again before we move on Saturday. I will try to do a quick tour of the condo in its dismantled state. I had kind of wanted to do a tour before we started packing, but that happened rather quickly, so that didn't happen. But I will see if I can do a tour at some point in the next couple of days. So yeah, so hope you're all doing well. Today's Wednesday. Hope you're all having a good week. I find that I'm losing track of days. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good week, and continue to have a good week, and I will talk to you all soon.